to RRTV's live broadcast of the SEK Queensland GT3 series from Road Atlanta, and we are back for race 2. As you can see, the guys are just finishing their qualifying, but I'd like to welcome back to the box tonight Adrian Jarvis, and we're joined by Mark Noble.
Hey guys.
Hey Bernie, thanks for having us, mate.
Yeah, no problem. So we're having a look at the results so far, folks. It looks like we've got Lewis Kugeley out, provisional pole, followed by Timothy Schweck in second, Troy Maguire third, fourth, Jake Burton, and rounding out our top 5 is Anthony Mansorella. So Adrian, it looks like at the moment we've got 3 McLarens up there and 1 BMW leading the way.
Yeah, Bernie, that's something that surprised me coming into this room and see Blackadder Motorsports in practice did a 1:17.9, which is quite a quick lap time. So obviously they found the balance in that car and just showing that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think the viewers knew that in the first place and put in a really good time there.
Yeah, that's right, and it's great to see Blackadder Motorsport having a better run than the last race. But while the guys finish up their qualifying, it looks like we've got Dylan Shepherd down there, so we might bring Dylan up for a quick chat. Hi Dylan, welcome to RRTV's commentary box, and well done on last race, mate.
Yeah, thanks for that. Stoked to come home with the top 10 in this series for once. Been struggling so far, but it seems like we're starting to get it together.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way. And how did the McLaren handle around here for the 60-minute race? So how did the McLaren go over 60 minutes here, Dylan?
It was pretty good. Struggled a little bit towards the end when the tyres were getting older, but yeah, we just had to keep driving it, and hopefully I spun out once because of the tyres, but yeah, I just had to keep on going, and I was pushing it, and it was hard to push and try and not overdrive it at the same time.
Yeah, I guess that's a trick with these, but on Thursday, I guess you're looking forward to getting the Star Mazda onto Oran Park? Okay, we might be having a bit of a connection issue going on there, folks, but at the moment we've got Lewis Kugeley still in front. He did a 1:17.946, so that's really fast. Brad Wooten second in the direct clutch services, trying to back up their 1-2 from last race. Troy Maguire is currently in third in the McLaren, and Baden Reed fourth. He's teamed up tonight with Gary Hamilton for Elements Motorsport, and then he's just been pushed down by Troy Maguire, but Anthony Mansorella is currently in 6th position. So Dylan, before we let you go, mate, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, if you can hear me, TPR Engineering, all the help and support, One Performance Racing, all the guys, and Jake Burton from Daco Motorsports are coming out and helping us out tonight. We wouldn't be able to do it without him, so hopefully he helps us out for the rest of the season as a reserve driver, and yeah, let's hope he can bring it home in a good position tonight.
Fantastic. Well, it was great to see you out there tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next Thursday in the Star Mazda at Oran Park if you're running that.
Yeah, I'll be there. It's going to be an awesome race. One of my favourite tracks and cars at the same time, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you then.
No worries. Thanks, mate. See ya. So, folks, that was Dylan Shepherd from TTR Motorsport, finished 10th in race 1. So, guys, it's how many we got out there? We still got a few out there. Aaron Osborne, Chris Keeping, and Brett Spicer, and Justin McKeon's still completing their laps.
Yeah, I'm with Matthew Zimmerman at the moment. He's putting down his lap time. They're down in 26 at the moment, so we'll see if they can. They've done 2 laps, so this should be their last lap.
As we see him coming across the line now to complete. He did a 120.9 there, so he did not improve by the looks of it, Adrian.
No, and we've got Brett Gretz out there as well at the moment in the number 17 BMW. So this is one of the top BMWs that were in the last race with Gavin driving it. So we'll see how he goes. Down there at a 120.4, but needs to find a few more seconds out of that car.
He definitely does. He needs to probably pull out another 1 to 2 seconds, and we know that car's capable of it. So the pressure's on Brett at this stage, Mark.
Yeah, mate, a bit strange seeing him down there, but anyway, I haven't got him on me screen, so I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he's just coming up the back straight now, so we'll see if he can improve on that. The other guy out there at the moment having a run would be Brett Spicer and Aaron Osborne, and I tried to find Jake Burton, but he doesn't seem to be out there at the moment. So we can see now Brett coming across the line. Will he improve? That is the question. It looks like Brett did a 120.049, which was a bit quicker, but still not enough to improve. So he slipped down to 23rd position.
Yeah, so there should be only, Matthew Zimmerman's just in the pit, so he's finished and he's in last place at the moment. And Brett Spicer looks like the only one out. No, he's not even getting time done, so it looks like they're all finished there, Bernie.
Yeah, it does, and it looks like Chris Keeping only completed 1 lap in the number 80 Selby Motorsport, so he will be starting from 17th. But I'll take the viewers through our full grid now. As we can see now, Jake's coming out to have a last run by the looks of it, Adrian.
Yeah, leaving it for late there, Bernie. Not much time left, so we'll see if he can get this done.
Yeah, that's right. He's currently sitting in 8th position. His fastest lap is a 118.725. So we'll see if he can improve on that. But it looks like he's got internet connection issues.
Yeah, I don't think he would have got that done, as we can see the pace cars out there now. So obviously he didn't get that done, and unfortunate for those guys for that.
Yeah, so I better take the people through the viewers through the grid. So starting from first, Lewis Kugeley for Blackadder Motorsport in a BMW, Marcelo Rivera in second for Evolution Racing Australia. Third, Brad Wooten will be starting in their direct clutch services roof. I was trying to fix our cameraman here. He's gone to sleep on us. Baden Reed will be starting out of 4th position for Elements Motorsport. Maguire will be starting out of 5th in a McLaren. So already, Mark, in the top 5 we have a BMW and 2 McLarens.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, the McLarens have, I didn't think they'd come alive at this track, but they certainly have. They've certainly found some pace with them.
Yeah, they certainly have, and it's good to see, because last race it was pretty much a rough affair out there. But continuing on, folks, Anthony Manzarella will be starting out of 6th in a McLaren, Timothy Schweck 7th in the Rothmans Rough, Jake Burton 8th in a McLaren, Christian Challoner for Blackadder Motorsport starting out of 9th position, Guy Leach is starting out of 10th position in the SEK Queensland rough, whatever you want to call it. 11th will be Osborne, 12th Wood. Brett Woods will be starting out of 13th in a rough. God, I sound like a yank now. Adam Funslow, 14th in a rough. Rogers 15th in a BMW. 16th Lance Hawes, that's Kimmy Rural Fencing, isn't it, Nobby?
Yeah, mate, sure is, mate. Lance Halls.
So Lance will be starting out at 16th position, as we can see that nice paint job of the Kimmy Rural Fencing entry tonight. 17th Chris Keeping, 18th Stoneman in the McLaren. Darley 19th, Brenton O'Brien in the McLaren starting out at 20th. O'Hara 21st, Spicer 22nd in another McLaren. Brett Garidis will start out at 23rd in a BMW. Richard Brookfield 24th. Justin McKeon will be starting out at 25th position.
Hello, we've had a bit of a thing on the warm-up lap, mate.
Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. George Fullerton will start out at 26th, Davis 27th, and Zimmerman will be starting out at 28th. So what happened there, Nobby?
I just seen it on me. I was up high and it was just right at the back of the field. I'm trying to find it for you, mate.
Yeah, no problems, as we're going to jump to the chopper cam, folks, for the start of this race. So we can hopefully get a better view of what occurs going into the first corner. But it's great to see Adrian. Looks like the Blackadder boys have qualified well, and that's a good start.
Yeah, Bernie, such a surprise to me. I know how, like I said, I get my information from the team as well, and they primarily run BMWs, and that's why I go with them. So I'm a BMW driver as well. So yeah, very surprised and pleased as well for those guys to get that BMW up there, and what a time. He was the fastest guy, even from the first race, so probably the fastest qualifier, Bernie.
Yeah, well, that's right. At 1:17, it's nothing to be sneezed at as we see them coming through the S's here. We've got Blackadder BMW in first, followed by a Darrell Lee Sticks McLaren, and then we've got green here as we fly through the thing. The ERA driver's got a very good jump on the Blackadder Motorsport. Oh, I tell you what, they're squeezing coming into the first corner, but Christian's not going to have anything to do with that as the ERA McLaren goes wide, and there's a bit of contact further back in the field. But it looks like Brad Wooten's had a fantastic start in second, followed by Baden Reed in third, Troy Maguire fourth, and Anthony Mansorella in fifth position.
Yeah, fairly tidy at the moment. A few little touches here and there, but once again, the boys have got off to a reasonably good start here, Bernie.
Yeah, it looks like the field's got through. It looks like we've had an incident with Brenton O'Brien earlier on. So that could have been what the banging was at the start of the race. We'll jump back to that shortly, folks, but we'll stick with the leaders as we can see here. Wow, the cameraman's all over the place. I'm feeling giddy here. So we can see now Brad Wooten coming under pressure from Baden Reed. Baden's looking on the inside here, and it looks like Troy Maguire wants a bit of this action as well.
Yeah, Benny, I'm up in the blimp at the moment, so it's a bit hard to see who's going on and what's going on, but just with the blimp, just knowing the cost. Oh, and we've got a car around there, Bernie. Yeah,
that's a big accident there. That was started with Anthony Mansorella diving in there on Troy Maguire, and unfortunately Troy's collected another car, so we'll grab a look at the replay, folks.
Yeah, that was Stuart Wood, that's in the other direct clutch motorsports entry there, Bernie, that got involved in that.
Yeah, so we're having a look here at Anthony Mansorella coming in. He's come extremely deep there under brakes. He just had a nose in, and he's just given Troy Maguire a bit of a serve there, and helped him around there, I think. But we'll see who else collected Troy, because I know a rough also came unstuck, as Troy's now coming back on the track. Oh, it looks like it's the number 18 direct clutch services car. Gives him a big serve on the front there. So that was the number 18 direct clutch services car. I'm just trying to get... Stuart Wood, unfortunately, was involved in that accident.
Yeah, and I think Guy Leach just got a little bit of contact there as well, Bernie. Yeah, the car was a little bit out of shape there, had to jam on the brakes and lost a position from that, but no big damage there, so he was quite lucky with that.
Yeah, and unfortunately where Troy ended up is pretty much on a blind part of that corner there, but jumping back in the front here, folks, we've got Lewis Kugeley doing a fantastic job here. 2.5 second gap now over Brad Wooten in the direct clutch services rough, bloody hell, excuse my language, folks. Baden Reed in third, and fourth is Anthony Mansarella in the Darrell Lee Sticks McLaren mark.
Sorry mate, I was just watching the incident at the back. I was going to let you know what lap it was.
Oh, that's alright, mate, and it's good to see your teammate Lance Hawes is currently sitting in 17th position at the moment.
Yeah, he is, mate. There was a bit of an incident behind him with two ex-teammates, actually, Brent O'Brien and Brett Spicer.
Yeah, we're going to jump back and have a look at that replay now, folks, and just see what happened to Brenton at the start of that race.
This one was just on that last lap. Where was it? Over the top, coming out of the down the S there, up on that short straight.
Yeah, so we're having a look what occurred at the start here for Brenton. At the moment, oh, he's gone a bit wide there, but nothing too bad.
Guys, they're still jostling positions back here in 8th and, well, even 7th probably there. 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. There's 4 cars here really close together trying to get positions at the moment. A bit exciting stuff, how close they're braking and all that sort of stuff at the moment out here.
Yeah, definitely. We've got the cameras on that. We've got Timothy Schweck currently in 8th and Aaron Osborne for TD Racing right behind him. But he's getting a bit of a hurry along by Guy Leach at the moment, as Guy loses it. Oh, into the fence hard goes Guy.
And then Aaron's lost it too there. Bernie's up on the hill, he's hit the wall but only just tapped it, so spins the car back around, may have just lost the bonnet there, so hopefully not too much damage for those guys.
Yeah, that's right, and we'll just jump back and have a look at what happened to Aaron, folks. Yeah, on the very next corner we lost Guy Leach, and then the very next corner we've had Aaron lose the back end. And as you called it, Adrian, he's gone heavily into that fence. Oh, just got the tyres and knocked the bonnet off the front of that car.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. They should be able to keep motoring along with that, and we'll see how they go. But yeah, shouldn't be in the pits for that one. But geez, there's some good battles going on here. Everyone's pushing, aren't they, at the moment? So a little bit more exciting in this race, boys.
Yeah, mate. Sorry, Bernie. There's like 3 or 4 car battles all over the place. I'm trying to see them all, but it's a bit hard.
Yeah, so now Paul Rogers is having a bit of a battle there with Adam Funslow. As we've got another car in the fence, that looks like it was the one of the Elements Motorsports there, guys.
Yeah, it was Justin McKern, mate. 222.
So again, it looks like it's the same corner as where Aaron Osborne came unstuck. As we have a look at the replay here, he was coming under a lot of pressure by that TTR McLaren. As we're just having a look now, he's got it running pretty much wide in through the sand, but is he going to hit the fence? That's the question. And sorry, Mark, he just kissed the fence by the looks of it.
We got another one off Philip Stoneman off at the end of the pit straight.
I tell you what, we're going to have to tell these boys to oh, we've also just had a Blackadder car heavily into the fence there. I'm not sure who that was. Did anyone get that?
Nah, not much, mate. There's that much going on. I can't watch it all.
Yeah, there was. I just caught it out of the side view. They're running probably up the front there, heavily into the fence, and it looks like they collected someone. So folks, having a look at our top 10, we have Lewis Kugeley at the moment is our leader. He's got a 4.2 second gap now over Brad Wooten in the Direct Clutch Services rough. Marcelo Rivera for Evolution Racing Australia in third, Baden Reed fourth. Fifth is Anthony Mansarella. Sixth, Jake Burton. Seventh is Christian Challoner, starting to put pressure on Jake, and followed closely by Timothy Schweck. Adam Funslau's in ninth position, followed by Brett Woods, rounding out our top 10.
And so Adam's out there by himself, so he's all right. He's got no pressure there, so he's doing okay. So in front of him though, you've got three battles there. You had two Sticks McLaren and one Element Rough, and then we had a good battle. And there's a good battle here, Bernie, with Brett Woods, and it's Lance Hawes. So that was a bit of an exciting moment there, guys.
Yeah, and we're just on board now, folks, with Christian Challoner as he's starting to make a move on Jake Burton. Tell you what, guys, these two are racing pretty hard for this position.
Oh!
Looks like the number 91 Rothmans Rough has made a move now on Jake, and that's Timothy Schweck moving up to 7th.
Yeah, Jake's a regular V8 driver, so he's filling in for the boys tonight, I think, with one performance. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, we were on the roof cam there with Christian as he made that move, and I tell you what, Jake didn't leave him a lot on the inside there.
No, well, you don't do that when you're in V8, mate.
Yeah, I guess not, but it was good. He just left him enough room to test Christian's medal, and then he moved over once Christian was committed for that move.
Oh, yeah, no, Jake's a pretty clean driver, so.
And it looks like your driver now, Lance, finds himself up in 11th position, being chased down by Brenton O'Brien at the moment, Nobby.
Yeah, I think he pulled away there for a bit. I think he was sort of getting held up by, who's in front of him? Woodsy, I think. So he might have lost a bit that last lap or so. So I think he probably brought it back out again.
Yeah, and Adrian, we're just having a look at this battle between Pat O'Hara for 13th and Martin Davis in 14th here.
Yeah, but it's full on here. Martin's trying to find his way around, but Pat seemed to be, putting the car in the right spot and getting the drive off. So looks like Pat's car's okay. He seems to like the way the car's handling. So good on him, and let's hope they have a good run. I know they struggle now and again with finishing, but look, they're up there. They're having a go, and that's what you'd like to see in this series.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and as we can see now, looking at the back of Pat's car, and Martin's making a move on the inside now. Just had to pull back from that.
We've got one direct clutch here, Motorsports, and the other TD racing car back here having a little bit of battle as well. Looks funny with the BMW with the bonnet off here at the moment. But still got a bit of pace there, so nothing majorly wrong. Shows you that you don't really need the bonnet, and probably keep the engine nice and cool. They won't have to worry about having an overheating engine, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, Nobby, you were going to say something, mate?
No, I was just going to laugh at Adrian's comment. That was good with the bonnet not on it.
And it looks like poor old Brett struggling back here with his BMW tonight. So, and as I was watching him, I put the mockers on him, and he's gone into the same wall there, Bernie. So then he's blown the engine. So he's hit that wall pretty hard there, Bernie.
So that was Brett Garitas, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Matthew Zimmerman's gone into there, but he hasn't hit it so hard. And geez, there's a couple of cars came through as he started going again. So a couple of cars have gone off there in a row there, Bernie.
Yeah, we've seen a few come unstuck here tonight. It's a bit of a tricky corner, that one. But as we have a look at the replay there, we can see Brett's car has gone into the wall heavily. Unfortunately, there, we get a better view there. And, heavily into the wall there.
Yeah, you could see he hit the gravel and just unsettled the car. It's really, you've got to be on the right line through there and have the car in the right position, and if you can't get it in the right position, it's just going to bite you, and it doesn't matter what you're driving, it's always going to do it.
Yeah, and he was lucky because the number 9 also went hard into the wall and fortunately missed him. So Adrian's button's on, mate.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'll have to turn that off for a second.
It's alright, we could just hear Adrian sighing there, Mark. So having a look at our top 5, Lewis Kugley out in front, commanding lead at the moment, 5.8 seconds over Brad Wooten in second. Third is Baden Reed, fourth Anthony Mansorella, and fifth is Timothy Schweck, but he's coming under pressure now by Jake Burton and Christian Challoner. It looks like we've got Marcelo Rivera in the pits, but we've only been racing for 20 minutes, so I wonder if this is a bit of a reverse strategy going on here, Mark.
Yeah, could be. I was at 20 minutes gone, or not even 20 gone, is it? Yeah, it's unless they're just getting it out of the way quick, because you can't put enough fuel back in it, so yeah. I don't know if they'll take tyres or not, but most of them didn't in the first race, I don't think.
Yeah, no, he didn't take tyres, and he's come out with no one around him, as we can hear another car hitting the fence in the background there. But maybe he was buried in the traffic and he wanted to get some fresh air out there.
Yeah, probably did, mate.
Yeah, that would have been Troy that went into the fence there, Bernie. He just had a bit of a lose and took a little bit more of that McLaren off and trying to see if he can get a bit more aero out of that thing. But we'll see if he goes in the pits because it looks a little bit second-hand at the moment.
Yeah, I was wondering what that bang was, and Stuart Wood starting to come under pressure by George Fullerton at the moment back here for 15th and 16th. So it's amazing how fortunes can change from one race to the other. You know, we saw Direct Clutch Services dominate the last race, but this race they're having a harder time of it.
Yeah, they certainly are, and he said rough is definitely in a rough shape for sure, Bernie. You have a look down the right-hand side, it's fairly damaged, and looks like even the rear wing's got a little bit of damage, so I'm sure the car is not handling that well. Yeah,
I'd say so. It doesn't take much to make these cars not handle too well. It's see if they use that fast repair next pit.
Yeah, and geez, Aaron is actually pushing here, Bernie. He's up into 14th at the moment. He had that spin and he's pushing really hard. He's putting in some lap times here and he's attacking at the moment. So he's a guy that's on a mission at the moment.
He certainly is. He's chasing down Lance Hawes in the Kimmy Rural Fencing BMW Z4 there. And it looks like he's not going to muck around. The other one having to move up further is Pat O'Hara there on Martin Davis.
Yeah, they're still going. So these guys will have to watch out. We've got two TT Racing guys here and they're going to try and make a meal of these at the moment and try and get through.
Well, that's right. And Pat O'Hara is defending there on Martin Davis and holds that position. And currently Lance is starting to put the pressure on Martin now.
Yeah, so this looks like a nice little battle at the moment. So we've got Aaron trying to push his way through here, and Lance is catching up to Martin, and Martin's trying to get around Pat, and Pat's defending for all he's worth. So it's quite an interesting battle here.
And Nobby's probably just sweating there, hoping that the Kimmy Rural Fencing car gets through all this.
It's amazing to see that that BMW certainly can get into the corner, can't it? It seems to be really late on the brakes, and it outbrakes that rough into the corner. So it's quite interesting seeing it. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. But I'll tell you what, the BMWs are a lot stronger in this race than they were in the last one. They're really taking it to the rough drivers tonight, and it's great to see.
Yeah, just it's good to see that Blackadder up there. It's good to see another team up there pushing and showing that you know, they can get these BMWs up there. But obviously we do know that the BMWs. Oh, Aaron goes around the outside there, Bernie. What a move on the outside of the car. Another move out there. That's the second time we've seen a guy go around for a move out there.
That's right, and that was sending a big message, wasn't it? As we said in the first race, we saw a similar move, but it takes a bit of guts to pull a move like that off, Mark. As Mark's turned off his mic at the moment, it must be all too much for him here, Adrian.
Yeah, he might have got onto the TeamSpeak there and said, "Oh, just let him through. He's a bit quicker," and he's not told us that he was in. Then it looks like Aaron's just dove into the pits there, Bernie.
Yeah, Aaron's coming in for his scheduled stop by the looks of it. He's the third one to stop now. We've had Baden Reed stop already, Marcelo stop. Oh, we've got a lot more. Richard, Brett Spicer and Justin McKeon. They've all made their stops. And looks like Stuart Wood as well.
Yeah, so we've had a few in there. I mean, Guy Leach had to stop because he had a big moment there, and it was a 10-second stop, so I wonder if they did put some fuel in or whatever they've done. So we'll see if they have to stop again, but it's going to be interesting for Guy. He's got to work his way up, so that's a rough night for those guys.
Yeah, that's right, and we're having a look back here at the moment with Ben Darley and Matthew Zimmerman, by the looks of it, having a bit of a battle here. Or was that a car lapping him? I'm just not sure.
Trying to see, so Baden's had his stop, so he stopped early, hadn't he? So he's got out of that and he's gone past around Matthew, so he's on his way back through the field to see where he ends up, I think, Bernie.
Yeah, and it looks like Baden may have taken tyres because he did a 28.6 stop. So did the number 18 with Stuart Wood. He also did a 28-second stop. So it looks like those two guys are taking tyres at this stage.
Yeah, and it looks like Aaron did a 17-second stop, so that would have been just fuel only. So and it looks like the boys here, Pat O'Hara, he's gaining up on the 006 Adam Funslow at the moment. So catching up here, Bernie, on these guys in front.
Yeah, that's right, but he's still got Martin Davis right behind him. Lance has dropped back a little bit now, so maybe he did get the call to slow up a little bit.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, look, we only speculate with that sort, and it looks like Martin's going to have another dive down here at the end, and he's got a better run this time, but we'll see if the BMW can outbrake him again. And he does too again, Bernie. You know, that shows you how much braking pressure these BMWs have got. Really good getting into those fast, really hard, stock corners. They're getting in there a lot better than the roughs.
Oh yeah, they're a lot stronger and looks like a lot more stable under braking as well. And you know, Pat's doing a fantastic job here holding Martin at bay. And it's great to see this TD Racing team. They're getting stronger each week we see them out there.
Well, with the combination that they've got with Tim and Aaron, Aaron's quite a quick driver, and Tim, we've always known that he's quite a steady driver, and he had pace there, and they're doing such a great job, and having the extra two guys in there and working on the team as a whole, and it's just going to bring up the other guys to bring their pace up. So wouldn't be surprised to see Pat up in the mid pack a little bit more regularly. It's definitely by the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely, and we know Pat's quite a good driver. I raced against him a couple of years ago, I think, before the GT3s really took off, and he was always beating me, that's for sure.
No, and I think he just needed a team to jump into and get into an atmosphere that he's quite happy with. So obviously we can see that that's what's happening with him here in this team, and enjoying his racing again probably there, Bernie.
Yeah, that's right. It's when you get into a team, it's a lot about the atmosphere, really, isn't it? And if you can get into a good team that you're comfortable with, it can really enthuse you to get back into iRacing again. That's for sure.
Yeah, Benny, it's to get in and just finding the right team. I mean, there's a lot of good guys out there, and we could sit around and chat with each other a lot of the times, and that's usually pretty good. But I think the team element, you've got to make sure that you're always happy there. And did something happen to Martin there? He's really dropped off. Did he get a lose or something, or is he going in the pits?
No, he's actually spun it. We'll get a replay of that. No, he's
yeah, because I was watching Adam out here out in front, and just missed his car. It was all gone.
He's actually he disappeared for a bit, but he ended up into the fence pretty hard there. I'm just trying to work out whereabouts it is exactly. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the famous turn 5 that's been catching everyone out, and his car's quite heavily damaged there as he crabs it back to the pits.
Yeah, once again, just one of those corners, Bernie, and just catches it out as he spins it around and gets going again. But heavily damaged, and it's you get into that wall and you know, come away with hardly any damage, you're going to be lucky. So unfortunate for those guys. We were having a good race there earlier, so such a shame. And hopefully they'll come back and put on a show next week for us.
Yeah, he's unfortunately looped it again, going through the chicane, but that car's pretty much undrivable as he brings it back into the pits now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, Bernie. The car's pretty badly damaged, and when he's turned right there, it's just got really loose on him and turned around. But that's because the car's all screwed up and you know, hard to drive as it is, and just breaks loose on you.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And at the moment, we've got Lewis Kugeley out there doing a fantastic job for Blackadder Motorsport. He's got a 10.2 second lead now over Brad Wooten, who has his sister car, Stuart Wood, behind him and looks like one lap down. Timothy Schweck, 19 seconds down from the lead now. But the second Blackadder Motorsport driver, Christian Challoner, we spoke to him earlier tonight. He's brought that 67 up into 4th position and doing a fantastic job there.
Yeah, Benny, up here having a chat and hoping that their fortunes would change, and looks like it has for this race, Bernie, and you know, pushed his way up, started from 9th up into 4th at the moment, so a good job. And just goes to show that BMW's not a bad car. It's just depends on how lucky you are, but it's still one of those cars at the moment. It's not the favourite car at the moment, and we know the Rough's probably one of the best ones to have at the moment, but Blackadder Motorsports guys are showing you that, you know, you can get around here quite quickly.
Yeah, I don't think the BMW would be that far behind the Rough, but definitely the Rough is the favoured. Then I'd say probably BMW second, third would be McLaren, and fourth would be the Ford GT3, which of course we don't see anyone driving.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it 4th, would you, Nobby? I'd call it a lonely old 10th at the moment, and there's not even that many GT3s out there.
No, mate. Yeah, I think the Switch Boys were the last ones to drive the GT last season, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, mate, and you know, they struggled with it. We know it's not a bad car, but it's definitely not one favoured for racing. It just doesn't have the pace as the others. It's quick in a straight line, but it just, I don't know what it is about it. It just doesn't seem to be able to handle the tracks as well. I don't know. I've never driven it too much, but yeah, it's just a shame to be langering down there, I suppose.
Looks like we've got Hayden Burns waiting to come up for a bit of a chat. If I bring him up, did you want to have a chat with him, Adrian?
Yeah, we can have a chat with him. Good evening, Hayden Burns. Welcome to the RRTV commentary booth. How's the race going for you guys at the moment?
Hey guys, it's going alright, I guess. One car, so well, Brett's going okay at the moment, and we had a bit of an incident with one of the Blackadder cars in our car with Chris, so we're on the comeback.
Yeah, it's one of those things tonight, just all out of shape. How's the Rough performing here? I know the BMWs were struggling for getting out of the corners, and it looks like the Blackadder Motorsports team is showing everyone that the BMW's not that bad, but I know the guys were struggling getting their cars out of the corners in the BMW. How's the Rough?
It's not bad. I'm sure compared to some of the other cars it still feels a bit better. We are having slight issues with rear tyres at the moment, just longer into the run. When I was in the car in the previous race, she was starting to slide around a bit, but yeah, compared to the BMW on corner entry, we're getting murdered at the moment.
Yeah, we've been noticing that. I was following Pat there a little while ago, and he had Martin Davis, and Martin's in the Rough there, and Pat was just outbraking something fierce after that long back straightaway. Just a phenomenal braking power in that BMW.
Certainly a good advantage to have, I guess. Around here, it's not many overtaking opportunities, and they're the few that are there are usually after some straights. So yeah, the BMW's got that advantage. I'm not sure where it's like or what it's like everything else. I think the Blackadder guys keep saying that they're getting killed in straight line speed, but the roof isn't so bad.
Yeah, mate, and trying to remember where you finished in the last race. You have a good race, or was something that you'd rather forget about and just keep an eye on the guys in their race now?
Well, surprisingly, since I came and bugged you guys last week, we've had our luck turn around a bit. 24th to 11th wasn't so bad. Nice to get some points on the board, and you know, we just got to work on our qualifying as usual.
Yeah, there's a few guys out there that have the same issue, mate. You're not alone on that, so that's something to work on eventually, I suppose. But as long as you get the car right for the race, it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, well, that's obviously the main thing we work on. If you can qualify well, you know, that is a bonus. But you know, I certainly didn't pass 13 cars. You know, I passed maybe 5 or 6, and the rest either crashed or we outsmarted with strategy. So yeah, definitely positives to take away. And again, you know, we're still learning with qualifying wise, especially on my end anyway. So so also some negatives, but we'll turn those negatives into positives hopefully by the end of the season.
Yeah, you should do. I mean, having 4 cars in there, oh, what 4 cars? 4 drivers and the 2 cars, you know, it definitely can bring a team together and bring the second car up in pace too. So definitely worthwhile having at least 2 cars and 4 guys. You know, it's always worthwhile to try and improve the cars and the way they handle, isn't it?
Yeah, and so while we're on the topic of having 2 cars, we've got Brett Woods in the other car tonight, filling in for Sean, who's still on a bit of a work trip. So cheers, Brett, and he's doing a good job at the moment. But yeah, as you said, there are 4 guys. It's much easier to go ahead, build your own setup, and then test it against the other guys once and say, hey, look, I can take this from, you know, driver 1, I can take this from driver 2, and maybe tweak this in my setup, and then you get a really good setup overall. So yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah, good. And I'm not sure, have you guys pitted? Have you got your strategy sorted, and are you taking tyres, or are you trying not take tyres? Because I know it's a little bit up and down with the weather it is. Is it optional to take the tyres?
The number 90 car, I can't confirm or deny if they've done their stop yet. We haven't as of yet, but we've also, because of the little incident with the Blackadder car, we had to take a tow, so that kind of gave us a slightly bigger edge on fuel. We still have to do a stop, but we're not sure when yet. And regarding tyres, yeah, it's definitely an option, unlike Donington, to take them this week. You saw last race, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Paul Feely, he took rears, and he was coming in a hurry towards up towards me, but I'm not sure what happened. He must not have put enough fuel in or something, because as soon as he got to me, he went back to the pit lane. So the temperatures and stuff like that this week have definitely made taking tyres an option.
Yeah, so we've got your teammate here as well. Can fill us in on how we're all going?
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, good, Hayden. So how's your race panning out? We've spoken to, Nathan. We've spoken to Hayden. How's your race going, Nathan?
Yeah, Brett at the moment is doing a great job. He's up there in 3rd at the moment, because we'll be due to pit in a few laps. But I think we'd be looking at maybe a 6th, 7th or 8th place tonight, just depending on what the other guys are doing. So Brett's doing a great job, and mine was a bit of a night to forget, starting on 8th and having a spin, so I had to recover back to about 19th.
Yeah, it definitely looks like race 2's a kind of race for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was great to see Hayden put some good runs on the board in the first race, and Chris had an unfortunate coming together in this one as well, which I had a look at the replay of that earlier, and it seemed a bit 50-50, but Yeah, no, Brett's doing a good job for us tonight. It was great for him to fill in and work with him during the week as well. And I don't know if Hayden was talking about it before, but the four of us working together this week's been really good, and looking at setup and having some really good structured training sessions. So yeah, it's been good.
Fantastic. And what's the plan for your pit stop? Can you tell us whether you're going to take tyres or just going to do a splash and dash?
No, we'll just be doing a splash and dash. No tyres for us tonight.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot, Hayden and Nathan, for popping in. Before we let you go, do you want to give a shout out to your sponsors and everyone that's helped you along for tonight?
Yeah, we'll give a big shout out to selby.com.au and to Sean, who's probably listening somewhere in Hong Kong, having a cold one. Hope you're enjoying it, Sean, and be good to get him back in the car next week.
Fantastic. Well, we'll let you guys go. As you said, pit stop's coming up for you, and best of luck. And at the moment, third. Let's hope for a top 5.
Yeah, thanks, Benny. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, so Adrian, having a look at this, at the moment we've got Timothy Schweck out in front with a 6-second gap over Jake Burton. Brett Woods in third. Fourth is Adam Funslow, and they all haven't had a pit stop. The first guy that has stopped is Marcelo Rivera, and he's 30 seconds down from the leader at this stage.
Yeah, looking at that, you know, Adam at the moment, he's only 6 seconds in front of Marcelo there, so we know that Adam's going to drop down and probably get into around about 9th position, so he'll be definitely in the top 10, and same with the guys here. So we'll see how they go. Like, they're definitely not going to be up the front, but you know, we'll see how the pit stops pan out. Yeah,
the biggest loser out of these pit stops though looks like it's Lewis Kugeley. He had quite a dominant lead, but at the moment, once the field has pit stops, it looks like he's sitting back in 4th now.
Yeah, it looks like they've thrown tyres on that, but we know Baden also did the pit stop, but he was earlier, so he must have used the undercut there and got through and used the tyres, so he's hit up time there somehow, unless something happened to Lewis as well to get him behind Baden there. So it's going to be interesting to see how far Lewis can bring this BMW back through the field.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's got a lot of work there. According to his pit stop time though, he did a 22.9. Brad Wooten and Baden Reed did a 27.9 and a 28.6. So it wasn't the stops that's hurt him, and I couldn't see anywhere where he's come off, so not sure. Maybe it was just that undercut working.
Yeah, quite possibly. I did see a little bit of damage on the front of his car there as he entered the pits, but you know, I wouldn't think that would have slowed him up too much.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't have thought so, but hopefully one of the Blackadder boys, if they're listening, can let us know what's happened to Lewis.
Oh, here we go. Look onto our YouTube channel here, and yeah, Kugley had a crash, so definitely didn't help his race if he's had a crash, so we missed that one, guys.
Yeah, thanks once again to all our viewers out there to let us know about that. So that clears that up, Adrian.
Yeah, so that'd be definitely the reason why he's a bit behind Baden there, because Baden was up in the top 3 there before he pitted, and we know he pitted early, so you know, and as we looks like we got a few guys pitting now there, Bernie.
Yeah, it looks like just trying to see who's coming in as the cameraman's having a look at this battle at the moment. Who we got here? Guy Leach at the moment lapping the number 9 car, and it looks like Aaron Osborne's just behind him.
Yeah, my cameraman's on that too, Bernie, so as he flicks to Aaron to see if he can get past the number 9 here. Oh, and a spin by Marcelo.
We'll jump back and have a look at that that spin that Marcelo had now, folks.
Oh, it hit the bump coming out of that corner there, Bernie. Just unsettled the rear end of that car, which is something really similar. The McLaren and the Rough seem very similar in the fact that they're really stiffly spun in the back, and any bump really unsettles that rear end of that car.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Brad Wooten did a fantastic job there of avoiding Marcelo, and but yeah, a lot of guys have been having a lot of trouble in that corner tonight, Adrian.
Yeah, it's definitely that corner that everyone struggles with. Even well, not uncommon for me to struggle with it. I've come off there quite a few times, but because I practice there, I don't really care too much. But in racing, you don't go in there too hard. But sometimes you've got to push to get the lap times done, and you get it a little bit sideways, and yeah, your race is done.
Yeah, and the interesting thing with that, folks, was while Marcelo was spinning, that was for position as Brad Wooten avoided him. He took the lead of the race. So we've got Brad Wooten now in front of Marcelo Rivera. Baden Reed is in third position under heavy pressure here from Lewis Kugeley, as Lewis is having a look on the inside here coming off the back straight. He should get this done, Adrian.
Yeah, and it looks like Timothy Schweck has come prone to that corner too there, Bernie. He's come off and spun and crashed his car, but I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, he's got a bit of front end damage there, but the car doesn't look too bad. We'll see if he comes in the pits. He is. He's bringing it in.
Yeah, just a bit too wide on that corner again, Bernie, and just like I said, there's a big bump there, and it really unsettles the car. And yeah, if you're out there, you're gonna crash it with these Ruffs and McLarens. They really don't like that really big bumps there.
Yeah, well, it's definitely claimed a lot of scalps there tonight, and no doubt with 14 minutes to go, it's going to claim more, as the looks like one of the Darrell Lee McLarens is in a bit of trouble there, coming into the first corner. Maybe he was just letting the guys through.
Well, Marcelo didn't lose too much time there, Bernie. There was a car spun there.
Sorry, I didn't even see that. But no, he didn't lose a lot of time. He's sitting there in second at the moment. Lewis Kugeley, though, is starting to close in, as he's now overtaken Baden Reed there for third position.
Yeah, that was a 333 Elements car there, Bernie. It had spun on the straight. Now, I don't know if it's had an accident beforehand and made the car bad, but it may have done.
Yeah, well, it's sitting in the pits smoking pretty badly there, as we just saw the end of that. I'll try and take us back a bit further, folks, and see if we can see exactly what happened to that car with Ben Darley driving it.
Yeah, it looks like he had a spin earlier on in the... So he's gone back at the hair... Or I'll call it like a little hairpin there, coming onto the main straight, and had some damage there, and obviously as he's driving down the back straightaway there, he's turned the car and it's spun around again.
Yeah, well, it looked pretty heavily damaged the way it was crabbing, and it just looked like it turned to his right and just went straight into the fence. So that's unfortunate for Ben. He's down in 23rd at the moment, but as we come back up, looking now, Lance Hawes is starting to have a bit of a battle here with Brenton O'Brien, Mark.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've been talking to him about his tyres and that. Yeah, he's made a couple of little small mistakes, which just let Brenton latch on the back of him, but told him eyes down, forward, just keep your rhythm, and hopefully he doesn't let him through.
Yeah, tell him under no circumstances is he allowed to let Brenton pass him.
No, I told him that. I said, mate, he might be ex-KRF, but no way, don't let him pass.
Yeah, exactly. But as we can see now, Brenton starting to get a good run out of there in that McLaren. But it looks like Lance has got the better top end speed at this stage.
Oh!
Looks like we've got Stuart Wood off in the background as well, guys.
Yeah, I seen that in the background. I didn't see who it was, but I was watching. Matthew there. I thought he was going to turn in on Brenton then for a minute.
Yeah, we're just having a look at this.
Oh! And then
Looks like Lance has gone off there, guys. He loose on that terrible turn 5.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at that in a moment. I'm just having a look at Stuart Wood here. I thought he might have been balked by the number 9, but he actually lost it coming into turn 1. And he's just run it off into the grass there.
I wonder if Lance was a little bit balked by the other car that had gone off in front of him as well. Could have been an issue there.
Oh, I tell you what though, as soon as Stuart got back on the track, he got heavily rear-ended by the number 91 with Timothy Schweck driving. So he's not going to be happy about that one bit.
And Lewis has made his way around Marcelo there, so Lewis has made his way up into second place, guys, and hunting down Brad here, so it's going to be on for young Amel to come up near the end of this race, guys.
Certainly is, and we're just jumping onto the replay now to see what happened with Lance here, folks. Again, it looks like this corner's claimed another scalp. Yeah, and again, he's just got tripped up there. Oh, is he going to get hit by Brenton? He did. He got tagged by Brenton there. There was also another rough off on the same corner on the infield there. Unrelated accident, but yeah, that's bad luck for Lance as he hits the fence again. But yeah, that's no good, Mark.
he was running well, mate. It was unlucky. He said he didn't have. I thought he might have too much throttle coming out of there, but he said he didn't have any at all. He said that the back just twitched and away he went.
Yeah, we've been seeing that quite a bit tonight, haven't we, Adrian? Especially in this race.
Yes, look, it's a real trouble with any car in that corner. It's got a few bumps, and that's why I say, like, if you're offline there, you hit one of those bumps in any of these cars and it just unsettles it. So yeah, it's a tricky corner. You've got to have it right and power down properly, or just have it in the right position to get through there. It can be real tricky, that one.
Yeah, but it looked like he had completed that corner and he was actually going down the straight when he hit that bump, which just looks like it's unsettled the car there a bit, Mark.
Yeah, I think he just hit that little curve where it joins up where the overrun is, and I think he just touched that and it's unsettled the back end. He had no throttle on, so it wasn't too much throttle, but yeah, he's back out there now, so he'll keep going.
Yeah,
it was unlucky.
Yeah, it was pretty much, but we're having a look at a good battle unfolding here between Aaron Osborne and Brett Woods here for 7th, 8th, and Anthony Mansarella's also involved in this, currently in 9th, so this looks like it could be the closest part of the racing in the field at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly is there, and a good comeback drive here from Aaron to come back from his earlier spin.
Yeah, Woodsy won't make it easy for him, I can tell you.
Sorry about that, folks. I forgot to turn off the super slow-mo, so all of a sudden everything slowed down for you guys, but we're back to live pictures now. It's 7 minutes to go, folks. We've got, at the moment, Brad Wooten out in front. He's got quite a dominant lead, 2 seconds now over Lewis Kugeley, but Lewis is closing in by 0.06 of a second, and he's got him in his sights. Baden Reed 5 seconds down in third, but he's now having a bit of a run here with Marcelo Rivera, and rounding out the top 5 is Christian Challoner in the Blackadder Motorsport number 67 car.
Yeah, Baden's under a bit of pressure here at the moment, which is quite strange. Baden does have tyres, but we know he did that early, so just probably push the tyres on this, and they might be just going off a little bit again. So we know the track's hot, but it just seems like that rough has got a little bit of edge over these McLarens as well.
Yeah, he's definitely got the pace coming out of the corners. You can just see how that McLaren's dropped right back. But once that McLaren gets in that slipstream, he seems to pull that gap straight back up again.
Yeah, and we've got a spinner again just in turn 2 there, Bernie. Philip Stoneman just turns it around, must have hit a bit of grass or something coming through there.
Yeah, we saw him on the side of the track there. It didn't look like he had a lot of damage, so I'd say he's just looped it at that point.
Yeah, funny there. He just turning into the corner there, and the rear end just goes on him. So that's a bit of a strange one there for those guys. And didn't look like when they had their stop, they didn't stop for long. So I wonder if the tyres look a little bit old on there, and a bit of low fuel has really unsettled that car going through there.
Yeah, it could be. The McLarens do tend to get a bit taily. He actually, having a look at the replay, he lost the rear end under brakes coming into the corner, and he just couldn't recover it, basically. So yeah, just under brakes, he's just lost the rear end, and he's just pulled it up, kept it off the wall, so he'll live to fight another day.
And it looks like Brad's actually pacing himself now. He's got the only 1/1000th of a second between Lewis and Brad that time in Brad's favour. So looks like these guys are going to start getting a bit of a gap on third and fourth here, because they're going a little bit quicker than those guys at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt Brad's team manager is telling him what the times are, or Brad's looking at it himself and just trying to match that time with Lewis.
Yeah, so the top 2 guys are actually quicker than third and fourth, but we know third and fourth are close together. They're fighting. Christian's doing a good job there. He's a little bit quicker than third and fourth at the moment, but he's got a bit of time there to try and catch up, and I don't think he'll be able to do it. And then you got the other guys that definitely aren't going to catch up to those guys. So the fight's on here for Lewis to try and catch up to Brad, but he's running out of time.
Yeah, he's running out of time, but I tell you what, I've got to hand it to them. They've really taken this race by the scruff of the neck, and as we can see in the background, it looks like Marcelo was getting it sideways. But as I was saying, they're taking this race to... oh yeah, Marcelo's gone again. So I'll try and finish for a third time. They've really taken this race to direct clutch services, so my hat's off to Blackadder for their recovery race in race 2 tonight.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. And Brad must have had a little bit of a incident on that last lap, because he lost like 2 seconds, and has quite a lot of pace there, and looks like Lewis will be in his draft here. So it looks like it might be still on here, Bernie, with probably about 2 or 3 laps to go.
Yeah, with 2.5 minutes to go, they'll probably get another 2 laps in. But I've noticed with Brad's car, it has been getting a bit loose under brakes, so maybe his tyres are going off.
Yeah, it's surprising again, Bernie. You know, they would have put tyres on, so it's quite strange. But you know, struggling through traffic and cooking your tyres a little bit. But we noticed that he did lose a bit of time, so it doesn't look after the tyres when you do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and I tell you what, under brakes there, Lewis is closing in. I tell you what, he's throwing everything at this BMW to try and close this gap up.
Well, he just did a 18.5, so he's like 0.7 of a second quicker, and I see another rough there come off down there at the S's there. Bernie's smoking away, so looks like their race is done, and I'm not going away from this race here at the moment, Bernie.
No, that's right. That was one of the SEK Queensland, as Lewis gets caught up by a car he's lapping there, but he's managed to clear him. So yeah, that was an SEK Queensland rough that went into the fence there.
Yeah, he was quite lucky then, Lewis. He just got around it, and he didn't lose too much time. And now he should be in the draft of Brad here, so he doesn't have much time here to get this done, and it's going to be hard to try and overtake Brad, because it's you know, you don't have to let them through at the end. You're trying to win the race here.
That's right. The gap was 1.1 seconds last time round, but he's definitely a lot closer this time, and I'd say this will be their last lap.
Yeah, so this will be their last lap, and he's trying to get close in. I don't know, Bernie. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's definitely closing in, but I just think he's going to run out of time. But yeah, the car that hit that fence last lap was Guy Leach, and we'll have a look at that replay once this race is done, folks. So,
yeah, Lewis is throwing it down there. He's not going to hold back here.
No, he's throwing everything he can find at Brad Wooten here as he closes in under brakes. He might get a tow here, Adrian.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get a tow and L braking. We know the BMW is good here in the braking zone, so we'll see if he can do it there, guys.
Yeah, well, that'll be his last chance really, as he's just coming into the slipstream now. I just don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move.
Yeah, just ran out of time, but see how much braking he caught up there, and as we watching these guys, and Brad's going to hold off here, and Lewis has come into a respectable second, putting down the best qualifying lap, and there we go, guys. Good race there at the end.
Certainly was, and Baden Reed has managed to come home in third, but we've lost Marcelo. He's not coming through because Christian Challoner has come through in fourth for Blackadder Motorsport, followed by Jake Burton for fifth in the McLaren.
I just see Marcelo has disconnected, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look at that to see exactly what happened, but it's I'll see if I can find out what's occurred here.
While you do that, we see that Aaron Osborne finished in sixth. Trying to see who else. I see his teammate was up there as well there, Benny, so a good result there for TD Racing.
Yeah, definitely. Just having a look at this replay. He was coming under pressure from your driver for some reason, Nobby.
What driver?
Yeah, we're just following it now. Lance is... oh, yeah, it looks like Marcelo's just disappeared. Disconnected by the looks of it. Looks like that was an internet problem.
I'll tell you what, well done to TD Racing with Pat O'Hara there in the end, guys. He actually finished seventh. He got around the Sticks McLaren there on the last lap, so Good job there, Bernie. Quite impressed with Pat's performance here tonight.
Yeah, he was really strong tonight, wasn't he? And we're just going to have a look at this other replay now before we wrap this up, of Guy Leach coming unstuck, coming through the S's. And again, the rear end's just stepped out on entry to that corner, and he's not been able to recover from that.
That's a great result for Pat. It's good to see him up there again, to be honest.
Yeah, just got a good drive there off the getting onto the back straightaway there. Got around the McLaren, and we know how well they're breaking into the corner. Just how it broke the McLaren going into the chicane there and come across the line in 7th position. So great drive there by Pat.
Yeah, definitely, and I'll take the viewers through the results now. We're just having a look at those replays, folks. But excuse me for a minute. So basically, oh man, I lose it at this time of the night, don't I? Okay, I think I've got it now. So our winner tonight, Brad Wooten, fantastic drive there, finishing in first. But my hat's off to Lewis Kugeley, 0.05 of a second down for Blackadder Motorsport. Fantastic drive there. Baden Reed in third in a rough. Christian Challoner again for Blackadder Motorsport, bringing their sister car home in fourth. Jake Burton fifth. Aaron Osborne sixth. Pat O'Hara, fantastic drive, as Adrian and Mark touched on earlier, finishing in seventh for TD Racing. Anthony Mansarella eighth. Brenton O'Brien came in ninth. Timothy Schweck finished in 10th position. George Fullerton finished in 11th. 12th was Marcelo Rivera, 1 lap down, and as we saw, he looks like he's had an internet connection issue. Richard Brookfield 13th, Woods 14th, Spicer 15th, Keeping 16th, 17th was Zimmerman, 18th Brett Garidis, 1 lap down. Lance Hawes finished 19th for Kimmy Rural Fencing, 20th was Stoneman. 21st was Funslow, 22nd Darley, 23rd Leach, Wood finished in 24th, Rogers 25th, Davis 26th, Maguire 27th, and Justin McKeon finished in 28th. So it looks like we've got the Blackadder boys down there, Adrian, so I think we should bring them up and congratulate them.
I think so, Bernie.
Hi Lewis and Christian, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. Fantastic turnaround for race 2, guys.
Yeah, good stuff there. First race was pretty rough on all of us, all 3 cars, but race 2 was a nice, pace was good, car felt great. I think the weather helped too in that session. It was a nicer weather, so yeah, good overall team result in that second one to recover from a pretty disappointing first race, although Jake and also Craig did a good job after a poor qualifying to bring it home in just outside of the top 10.
Yeah, so we noticed, Lewis, you had quite a healthy lead there, but then all of a sudden you dropped back through the field. Did something go wrong there, or was it just you got caught out with the pit stop?
Probably had about 10-second lead about halfway through, and on that lap I was about to end. At the bottom of the S's over the top there, I lost it, hit the wall pretty hard, and I had to come around slowly and take that free reset. So then after that I was about 10 seconds behind Brad, and in that last 30 I was able to almost get him. I had as he said on the race channel, he had 0.5 of the leader left on the in the old tank, so if we went for one more lap I think I would have had him, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that, but I'm happy. First race in a while, so good.
Yeah, no, it was a brilliant race, and I think you're right, another 1, maybe 2 laps, and I think you would have had Brad because you were pulling him in pretty quickly, and it was only 0.05 of a second you finished behind him, so that was a really strong drive, and it really showed that the BMWs are a car to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's good over the past couple of rounds. I haven't been in the car, but it's mostly been the McLaren in the rough in terms of BOP, but I think we had it all right set up. We didn't do as much practice as we like because we had also GT Asia last night and the Conti series in the morning. So I think that for the efforts and for what we had, we put in a good result. And yeah, pole position, first one in the series, and second and fourth with Christian. We're pretty stoked.
Yeah, and speaking of fourth, Christian, you came up in race one hoping for a recovery, and I think you got that tonight, bringing the 67, whatever car it is, 67 home in fourth. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I think I made myself struggle a bit more in the race than I would have liked because my qualifying time wasn't as good as it should have been. So that put me down in I think I started 8th or something like that. And really, I should have been able to pull out a 18.2, I think, and that would have put me a bit higher up the order. But I got a corner cut on my last qualifying lap. That caught me out in the race as well. Actually, I dropped 2 positions because I got a corner cut on the chicane in the end. I think I must have passed that McLaren about five times or something ridiculous. But that was an awesome battle. It was really good fun, and yeah, like you say, awesome recovery from basically having poor result in the first race with 67 to 4th in the second one, and awesome job by Lewis. It was astounding pace. I couldn't touch him, and I think everyone else was struggling to touch him as well.
Yeah, no, Lewis was extremely strong. So what happened in between race 1 and 2? Did you guys all get in the dressing room there and gee each other up, or was it just you had better luck in this race than the first one?
Well, Christian and I both started practicing whilst the first race was going on. So he started practicing after the session. I practiced during the first race, and we felt alright in the car. We didn't expect to have that sort of pace. But yeah, we were determined to make amends for the first race. Misfortunes with Juha's, he got that lap 1 bug with the that stop-go penalty, so that cost him 22 seconds in his incident. But yeah, I think we've got to work a little bit on qualifying with some of the other guys, but overall our race pace has been really good today, so we're all happy.
Yeah, fantastic. And Adrian, do you have anything you'd like to ask the boys before we end the interview?
No, mine's more of a congratulations, boys. Good to see that you got the BMW up there. I know we've been talking up a couple other teams, showing that they're the guys to beat, and you've performed with high expectations. I know probably wasn't the best car to have around here tonight, but you've proved everyone wrong, and well done on your race tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah, so before we let you go, guys, who would you like to thank tonight for getting those cars here for you?
Well, Lewis has a special shout out that he needs to make, but basically all the Blackadder guys. It's a shame Paul wasn't able to finish the race, but that's because he had a real life commitment he had to go and attend to. But yeah, just a shout out to everyone involved. Really, there was great work on the setup there. Like Lewis says, we weren't expected to have the pace, but we did, and well, yeah, as you saw, we were pretty quick.
Yeah, special thanks in particular to our setup guys, Juha, Patrick, and also Paul. To our sponsors, Cartmart. So we get it right. It's a brand new sponsor. We go find it. But also to the boys in the first race, they did a really good job. I'm really happy with how they're all progressing, and we're slowly getting around the new car with the setup. So yeah, and also one last shout out, special one. After last night, Christian won the NASCAR special second split, so he's going to the Peak Annie free series along with the other boys. That's the goal. And also congrats to Christian and the boys for their 2nd and 4th last night in Sim Racing Asia, and also 2nd and 7th in the Conti series. And thanks to you guys, and obviously iRace for fun.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like it's all happening there in Blackadder Motorsports, and best of luck for next week.
Yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, thanks. See you next week.
Okay, boys, we've got Brenton O'Brien from Evolution Racing Australia waiting in the green room. I'll bring him up. Who would like to have a chat with him?
You can, Adrian. Do you have to bring him up?
Of course we do. They did well tonight.
Yeah, I know they did.
So you did really well.
Hey, sorry, Bernie, Brenton. Bernie brought you up there in the middle of your chat, but well done for the guys tonight. Good race for yourself in a long time.
Hell yeah, nice. If anybody asked me if I was going to get a top 10 before that race start, I would very gladly have taken that. And yeah, I was stoked, really stoked. Just yeah, I'm not spectacularly fast, we all know that, but kept it clean, kept it off the walls. Had a bit of drama at the end there with Lance having an off in front of me, which damaged the car a bit. But yeah, nice, happy days.
Yeah, no, that's good, mate. Yeah, nights from I think it was around 20th start, so really good effort there. And see, we had a little bit of trouble with one of the other drivers. I'm not sure if it was Marcelo or Anthony. Just dropped out there at the end, mate.
Yeah, Marcelo dropped out. What's that? The last lap. I had a chat with Anthony before. The incident limit's set at 15. I got to admit, for a 1 hour race, I think that is really low. I kept my race as clean as I could, and I got tapped a couple of times once by Lance, and I get a 4x incidents for that. So, you know, you're racking up incident points for some things that you're not doing wrong, and I think Marcelo found himself in the same spot. So he got DSQ'd with that 1 lap to go. So he's pretty cut by it because he was actually in the lead and he made a mistake from what I hear. So yeah, a bit to down about that. And yeah, like I said, 15 incidents is pretty low. There's a lot of cars on the edge, and I think with about 8-9 minutes to go when Lance had his thing, I was on 14 incidents after that. So my lap times dropped dramatically. We had a bit of damage, but still, bought the Evolution Racing Australia GT car home, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, no, good race, and yeah, we did see the boys up there. Yeah, Marcelo just had a bit of a spin there, and yeah, just lost first place there, but got it going, and he was in second. So doing a great job there, you guys, and slowly getting the handle of that McLaren. I see, mate.
No, not getting the handle at all. It's a horrible car. It's a wicked car. It's unpredictable. You think you're getting comfortable with it, and then mid corner away you go. Yeah, we're chipping away at it. We're trying to get our setups right. We've got a really good addition in Tony Orchard, who's jumped on board. This was his first race tonight from TTR. So, you know, he's brought some things over that might help us. But I think with the weather being cooler in that second race, I think that brings the BMW and the McLaren more in line with the rough. And I still firmly think that the rough's the car to beat. And well done to the direct clutch guys. They showed that tonight, winning both races.
Yeah, no, good effort by those guys, and it, you know, Brenton, see you guys there, but at least you're pushing forward, and the cars are coming together. So it's a good effort by the whole team to get those McLarens up there, though, mate.
Yeah, it is. Like, I'm not going to do many races. Tom Jones was a late withdrawal tonight, so we had to reshuffle the chairs on the Titanic a little bit. But yeah, I did. Yeah, during that first race where the boys were all racing, I did a lot of practice then, and kind of almost predicted that the weather was going to get cooler. I don't know how, just it was a complete guess. So I was happy with my lap times. I had a good solid 40-45 minutes practice before the race. So yeah, no, I was happy with that. And yeah, with guys like Marcelo and Benny Smith when he drives, yeah, and Anthony has gone ahead leaps and bounds. He's only new to iRacing, so he's done really well. And you know, we've got big things happening in the very near future, especially for the race at Spa, which we cannot wait for. For all those who are listening out there, if you look at speedcafe.com, I think the site is, that there'll be a press release coming up about what Evolution Racing Australia is doing in conjunction with some big names. So keep your eye on Speed Cafe, and yeah, like I said, there'll be some news coming out shortly. And as a team, yeah, we're going ahead, there's no doubt.
Well, that's good to get this sort of almost breaking news through RRTV and us out here. So it's good to have you aboard, Brenton, and bringing these sponsors into the sport. I know it's something that not a lot of people look at, but obviously, you know, we know the big name drivers get out there and race on this, so it's not as bad as everyone thinks. And no, it's good. Thank you for bringing the sponsors on board. It makes this sport a lot better than what everyone thinks it is.
Oh, like, we've got a big team, and with our great sponsors, Darryl Lee Chocolates, you know, through the Sticks brand, we've got other major sponsors as well. But just in particular for this series, Darryl Lee Chocolate. So, like with the sponsors, we've got a big enough team. Like we can pay for new content for our drivers and things like that. And we've got plans. There's another team, SDC. We might be working with them in the future in regards to something as well, which we're willing to help out financially. But yeah, having the sponsors on board, and that's not what the next announcement's going to be with it with Speed Cafe. By the way, it's just an exciting time, not just for us, but for sim racing in general. And you've got the Blackadder Motorsports, great result by them again, but you know they've got some sponsors on board. Obviously Direct Clutch have got some sponsors on board, so you know this whole series is sponsored by SEK Queensland, so it's great to have those sponsors on board that are supporting not just us but the Australian iRacing community as a whole.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'll see if any other of the boys there want to ask you a few questions as well. Bernie, Mark, any questions here for Brenton?
Me, a question for Mr. O'Brien. No, you're right, mate.
Hey, tell Lance there's no hard feelings. Nobby sent me a little apology. I didn't get a chance to reply, mate. There's no hard feelings there at all.
Oh, with that spin, yeah, he didn't even put his throttle down, mate. The back end just went on him, so yeah, it's just that little bump there caught him out, but yeah, no, he's fine.
Yeah, plenty of scary moments at turn 5, and yeah, even for the first few laps, the first lap, and well, actually the first 2 or 3 laps, I was really careful where I was going. I didn't have any problems at all first few laps, but I saw cars going off left, right, and centre, and yeah, it would be very easy to be one of them. And that turn 5, that's just chaos, because a lot of the guys, I know Josh Burden did a great job tonight up in 5th, I think he came in the other Macca. Yeah, these guys race V8s, and you can hit that curb as hard as you want on turn 5 there, and it'll ride it, but not with these things. They're just so fragile, and the springs are so stiff, away you go.
Yeah, well, sorry about that. Yeah, so well done, Brenton. 9th tonight. Good job, mate. And before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I do. I obviously thank our sponsors at Darrell Lee Chocolates through the Sticks brand, but I want to give a shout out to the 3 guys in particular this week. Anthony Manzarella, Ben Smith, and obviously Marcelo Rivera. But these 3 guys this week have put a lot of time and effort into trying to get the setup. We've got to get on top of this car to be more competitive than what we are now. We're getting there, and through these 3 guys in particular. So we go, and Jason Black. Don't let me forget Jason. Did a fantastic job. Through those 4 guys this week, they've done a lot of work on setup. So yeah, just like to thank them.
Fantastic. Well, well done once again, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, well, I won't be racing, I wouldn't think. All the hot shots come back next week, but yeah, looking forward to it.
So, folks, that was Brenton O'Brien from Evolution Racing Australia. So, a good result there for Brenton in 9th position. But before it's time to wrap the race up, guys. Mark, what were your thoughts on that second race tonight?
I thought it was a great race to watch, especially the first 20 minutes. You just didn't know where to look. There was just 4 or 5 cars in each group just battling it out. Yeah, it was a fantastic race. I'd give a bit of a shout out to my old mate Pat O'Hara there for 2D Racing BMW, coming from 21st to 7th, and as we know, Pat hasn't raced a lot since the start of this season, so I reckon that's a fantastic effort, to be honest. Yeah,
it certainly was. I think Pat would be up there for driver of that race myself, but it's great to see Pat back in this series. I was saying earlier in the broadcast, I raced against him quite a few years ago, and it's good to see him back and having a strong run with TD Racing.
Yeah, I was there too, remember? I was racing against him too. He always went past, lapping us, but anyway, it was good fun racing against him.
Yeah, he kept on lapping me too, but yeah. So, Adrian, any final thoughts on tonight's race?
Well, another great race by these guys. It's good to have the consistency with the drivers, where we see how well they race week in, week out. Turn it on for us every week. Just enjoying it. Brilliant effort by FF Boys and SEK as well for sponsoring the series. Like you guys, I think drive for this race was Pat O'Hara, coming from 21st into 7th. A shout out to Blackadder Motorsports for their efforts. Like I said, hard track for the BMWs tonight, but they showed that the BMW was the car to beat there tonight with the qualifying, and well done to Brenton as well. Got to give a shout out to him. Started 20th and finished ninth. So some great driving out there in that second race, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. And turn 5, well, what can we say? That definitely did bite in race 2, didn't it, guys?
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those corners that was going to bite, and it will forevermore, just because it's such a hard corner. And you could see there a lot of cars were coming unstuck at the end of the overrun there, where Mark touched on earlier. You've got a little bit of gravel between the overrun and the other tracks, so there must be a bit of a big bump in there, and it really unsettles those cars.
Yeah, it certainly does. Well, anyway, I think driver of the night tonight driver of the race goes to Pat O'Hara, followed closely by Brenton O'Brien for both their good drive coming up through the field there. Pat finished 7th, Brenton 9th. But it definitely, a team tonight that had recovery of the night would have to be Blackadder Motorsport. They were really strong in that second race, with Lewis finishing 2nd and Christian finishing in 4th. So that was great to see. But anyway, looking forward to the rest of the week, folks. I'll be back tomorrow night. We've got the Monday night Skippy Strength of Field race. We are broadcasting from VIR, and the guys are going to attack VIR North, which I had a drive around there in the Skippy today, and it's a darn tight little track, that, without that big long straight, but that should be very entertaining. And then Thursday night, join us for the SMAC, or the Star Mazda Australian Championship. The boys, they finished up at Bathurst last week, and now they're off to Oran Park, so that should be pretty exciting to see the Star Mazdas running around Oran Park Thursday night. But anyway, guys, it's time to wrap this up. So on behalf of Mark Noble, Adrian Jarvis, I'm Bernie Weemers, and thanks for watching RRTV.